Alright, so here we go again with another review, like usual. And I can't believe that this is, this is the grounds in which that I have to review it. Okay, so you may be wondering, where's the headphones at? So allow me to put these on the table. As you can see, my phone is going off. And you can also see that this is going on here. So pretty much, I had to tape this whole side because it's completely off. I don't have my tripod, it broke. So yeah, you have to deal with handheld for now. So pretty much, the headphones still work. They still come on. But this is what you will expect. And I feel unfortunate to have to say this, but this is what you will have to expect. Maybe not snap off if you can prevent it before it happens, but it's bound to happen. I'll show you the cracks that I'm talking about. Now you can look these up for the headphones. If you look them up online, look up the headphone name, PlayStation Sony Pulse Elite headphones, and then type in cracks, and you will immediately find a bunch of these results. You'll see it in pretty much almost everybody's review of these because it's bound to happen due to stress on these headphones. So it's unpreventable. But if you prevent it with a couple of different measures that people have pointed out, you can pretty much stop it from happening, but it's bound to happen. So if you if you don't want this to happen and you don't feel like dealing with having to have extra measures to prevent this stuff from happening, then I don't know what to tell you. They're really good headphones. Let me get that across to you now before you immediately say, I'm not buying these. Do not mistake me, these are really good headphones. These are probably the most clear headphones that I've ever used so far. So let me go over a couple of the pros and cons before I continue talking about the cracks feature, since most of you came here about the actual headphones. So pretty much, I'll show you all the different areas in which you can use. As you can see, this is the mic mute, and this is all of the different sections in which you can turn up the volume. This is your master volume switch, so you can turn it up all the way and turn it down. This also is different depending on how you're using them. You can use a 3.5, as you can see right there, and it's charged, since it's a wireless headphones, it's charged via the PS3 USB cable. It's actually, there's no cable provided to charge these, so if you buy these standalone and you never owned a PS3, you're actually kind of screwed. So you're gonna have to buy the cable along with it. So if you're planning on buying one of these, or you got them for somebody as a gift, then you're probably gonna need to buy yourself a pretty much a normal micro USB cable, and you'll be good to go. So pretty much what the other side is it's kind of like I don't know if you guys know how normal mixers work, but it's pretty much how the Skull Candy Slayers work, and I don't know if I can focus on that. But pretty much what the top is it says sound and the bottom says voice. Now pretty much it's a balance switch pretty much. So if you're on PS3, which it'll recognize these other features, turning it all the way down to voice will obviously disable the game audio or whatever audio you're using connected to it. And if you have it all the way up to game, then you will hear no voices in game. So if you're playing just a solo game by yourself, you're going to want to have that turned up. If you put it in the middle, there's a little click. I don't know if you can hear it. There's a click directly in the center so that you know where a center balance would be. And if you have it centered, it's pretty much normal. You don't have to turn it all the way up to hear the best. So when you're on the PS3, you don't have to worry about if you have it too high or too low. Just make sure you don't have it all the way down on voice if you're playing a bunch of multiplayer games. So pretty much on this side, that's about it for this ear cuff. All the buttons that you will need to use. On this side, this is mostly, and also let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I showed that. This is the power switch. Not that that's anything special, but this is the power switch. You turn it on, and you get that sound, the little beep beep. When you turn it off, you don't get anything. It just goes off. For this side, you have bass impact. Now let me explain bass impact. So pretty much bass impact is Sony's new kind of technology that they say that they worked on. I wish my camera would focus. There you go. Bass impact, you can have it either on max or you can have it on low. Now understand that most of the features provided with these headphones are not allowed unless you are using it on the PS3. But a majority of these, as long as you have your headphones powered, they work. So pretty much the only things that don't work is mic mute. I know you can't use that on the phones. Mic mute will not work. And pretty much the voice level switch, and also surround sound, because surround sound is only virtual surround sound. You can't choose any different between like 5.1 and 7.1. It's just automatically surround sound, but that's changed within the PS3. So those buttons, I'll show you those. This is also the mode switch. Hold on, let me turn on the headphones so you can hear that. Okay, so when the headphones are on, you're gonna hear this little beep because it's connecting. When the headphones are on, you'll see this mode switch. Now, I'll explain the modes later. My camera's probably gonna die before I can explain that, but I'll be back. The mode buttons change between different preset modes, which will give you different bass impact features, or your audio will basically be more optimized based on whatever you have it set to. So when you press it, you'll hear it being on music, because that was what I pretty much prefer listening to it on. So when I press this, you'll hear music. And I might be able to turn it up a little bit more so you can hear it. Movie. And when you press it again, you'll get fighting, game, and it'll just keep going through. And I believe I have game, fighting, movie, music, and you can only set up five presets, and the presets are set up within the PS3. You cannot change them like on a computer or anything. You have to actually have it on your PS3. There's an app that you have to download from PlayStation Network. So if you don't have PlayStation Network, once again, you're kind of screwed. But the other settings are pretty much, I don't know, they're pretty much specialized for the games, but I haven't been able to test out the other ones because I don't have Last of Us. That's the other one. And I have the GTA 5 one, and it's not, so they pretty much try and gimmick you with them and try and get you with some good different special effects. With GTA 5, it's kind of going on the effect of having being automotive, mostly automotive based. So if you're driving in a car and you go over a bump, you'll feel the bump. So once again, that's probably not making any sense because I didn't really fully explain bass impact. So let me get back to explaining bass impact. Pretty much what bass impact is, as you can see right there where it said bass impact, turning it all the way up will give you pretty much a very big rumble effect. What people have pretty much explained bass impact as is pretty much a rumble pack in your head, pretty much. So what I mean by that is it's really more based on pulse vibrations instead of having the actual speakers rumbling, and as opposed to, you know, the speakers rumbling from having high bass coming back from them, the reverb. So pretty much it's just a created effect of just rumbling, straight rumbling. It's just an actual rumble, but it feels good, and it actually feels, I don't know, I don't want to say, sometimes it feels a little overpowered depending on the adjustment you have of your voice, I mean not your voice, your audio levels and your impact levels. Depending on how you have those set, it can be a little troublesome. Like if I have the music all the way down and say I have the bass impact all the way up, the bass impact will definitely overpower the game audio or whatever audio I'm listening to. If I'm listening to music, it's not going to be hearable. You're not going to be able to hear it. So that's that. The headband is pretty normal. It's pretty sturdy. It's a pretty sturdy top area to begin with. So most of the problem is when you get these headphones, they seem like they're pretty sturdy, you know, from even looking at them. If I you know, shake them around a little bit. They seem pretty fine, and they're pretty sturdy for the most part. But the problem is that when you put these headphones on, they have this little piece right here, this little piece that's holding it in place. And when you put these on, since the cuffs are adjustable, the earmuffs are adjustable, they press against, when they press against your head, they add stress right here in between these two pieces, these little two pieces of plastic. And once you do that, that's when it begins to become, you know, stressed. And it starts adding that little crack. And I didn't see the cracks actually until about, I'd say 2 weeks ago. And I've had these headphones for only about 3 months now. I got them towards the end of October because my other headphones were actually breaking, so I couldn't use those anymore, and that's when I bought these. So that's pretty much that. All the different features. You have also the VSS right here, which you can kind of see, virtual surround sound for you that are wondering. It's not really focusing, but you get what I'm saying. This is how these look. The different earmuffs, wireless stereo headset, and same thing on the other side. So that's pretty much it to explain the actual headphones, but there's still other things that I'd like to cover based on, you know, feedback of what I've been seeing going around. So pretty much the issue is that Sony is not really trying to help people with this issue. And I'm going to send these back, and I'll probably make a little write-up. I'm going to send them back this week. I already contacted them and everything, and I'm gonna do a write-up and tell you guys what I get back from them. But what people are saying is that Sony is trying to act like this is not a actual problem. So that's kind of something that you may want to be aware of, and you may want to also buy if you're gonna get these, you may want to get a separate warranty, like an external warranty, somebody that will cover your electronic devices and will repair them, or not repair them, but they'll replace them. They'll be paid to replace them as long as you keep your warranty. Because in those cases, those are the only things that you can really use. Some people have said that GameStop and Best Buy will replace them, but I'm not sure how long that'll go on, you know, because this is pretty much a defective headset. They're losing money every time they replace your headphones because that's stock, and they're giving you a new pair for free, even though, you know, that's stock warranty if you buy it. But you get what I'm saying. So pretty much, if you want to keep these headsets for a long-lasting time, you're going to want to get some warranty. You're going to want to look into the things. I'll probably post a link in the description of exactly what the guy did to protect their headphones. Pretty much they took metal straps that they bought offline, they cut them up, and then they wrapped them around this little piece on the inside. You can see this little piece right here. And they took that piece and then they wrapped it around there, around this little metal piece, and then it went around. So it was holding this in place, so it was pretty much adding an extra piece of support rather than just the plastic holding itself together. Now what that does is they said it minimizes the flexibility of the headphones, obviously, because there's a piece of metal that's wrapping this around and preventing this from, you know, moving everywhere. But that's the best thing I can suggest you in order to prevent these from breaking on you, because there's not much else I can tell you at this rate, because these are really sturdy headphones, but they're not built to last. And that's unfortunate, because Sony usually makes good headphones that are built to last. So people are confused as to what's going on here. But I'm going to stop talking about these. I'll probably talk about it a little bit later, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to go on my PlayStation and show you the software that I was talking about that will show you the headphones, and I'll probably demo the bass impact and see if you can hear it or not. So I will be back. Okay, so I should probably explain one more thing that I definitely did not explain. Hold on, let me take this out. That's my teacup. This is the dongle that you will use to actually use your headphones on different devices. Other than using a 3.5mm jack that you can use also on here, and also where I showed you right there. right there. You can also use, 3.5, but pretty much what you'll mainly be using is that. So that's what I left out. It's actually something that's pretty important for the next step, which I will be showing you now. So I don't know if this is going to work very well. This is the PlayStation Manager app. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, so that's the PlayStation Manager app, and I will take you can see my messy room, and I will go down here to my PlayStation, lift it up. I'm probably going to get disconnected, and just put this in there. And once you plug it in, the light will turn blue. Okay, and the light's blue, and then you heard the beep connected. And I don't know if you were able to see it because I didn't lift it up fast enough, so I'm going to show you. When you plug it in, I got disconnected from PlayStation, so you won't be able to see anything. But you'll see right there. It'll come up as a actual status indicator up there, displaying different information. So if you turn up one of the volume settings, hold on, turn that up, or turn it down in my case. So if you turn the volume up or down, you'll be able to see, if it's high or low. But you can't really tell like exactly how high it is, but you'll see the different levels. As you can see, it's like 2 bars, 1 bar, or no bars, or 3 bars. So you'll get a general idea, but you won't be able to press anything to see the status. You'll just have to pretty much feel your headphones up and see where you're at. So that's that. You can also see different things, like if you press something else, you can mute your microphone, you'll see that there, and also the different things. If I can turn on virtual surround sound, that's stereo mode, where you see the 2 headphones, and then this is wireless stereo. Also, you could see the battery indicator. So let's go inside this app so I can show you what I was talking about. Pretty much what's this app is you have to plug up your headphones, as you'll see. You have to plug up an Ethernet cable is not connected, so I apparently have to be connected to the internet, do I? Wow, that's even more troubling. So you have to be connected to the internet. I didn't know that. So I should probably document that somewhere, but I can't really do annotations anymore, so I can't. I just hope that the people who seen earlier will be able to see it. So pretty much you have to be connected to PlayStation Network, I guess, because they have updated presets on here once you're using it. That's really, I don't know, that's a bad move, Sony. Anyway, as you can see, it'll tell you the different instructions that you need. Plug up the headset into the PS3 system, which means plug the dongle in, turn the headset on, and then plug it up via USB, what they mean by plug it up to the PS3. And select the modes that you want. You'll be able to see the modes right here. So the modes that I have chosen is game, racing, shooter, music, movie, and fighting. Now, these are the different modes that I was talking about. I can probably test out BioShock now because it's free for PS Plus. But yeah, you can see all the different modes that you can see. Game, shooter, fighting, racing, football. BioShock is right here. Last of Us is what I was talking about. GTA 5, movie, horror, action, music, techno, and hip-hop. And those are the different music settings. As you can also see which different type it is, whether it's a game, profile, or movie, or music. So those are the different presets that you can do, and if you want to change any of them that you have equipped on the headset, so let's say I'll take out shooter, because shooter doesn't work very well. So what you'll do is you press square and it'll take it out, and let's put on BioShock. So once you put on, whatever it is, you press the start button, and this will come up. Apparently my headset is not connected, so I'll connect that real quick. Okay, so now that my headset is connected, you'll see, do you want to update the headset now? And what you'll do is you press the X button, as you can see down there, and then it'll run through this little process. And it kind of actually takes a long time because it has to run through it pretty much removes and replaces every single thing on this list, even if you only put one thing on here, or even if you don't press anything. If you just press triangle, I think it'll actually tell you that it's already up to date. I'm not exactly sure, but it'll tell you pretty much that these are what's loaded on here. So once this is done, I'll be back, and then we'll test out the settings, and you'll see what's going on with that. Okay, so as you can see, it's finished. It actually plays a little sound when it's done to let you know that it's done, as long as your volume's up on your TV. I mean, if you don't have any volume, then you're not gonna hear it. But I just heard it, so that's why I knew it was done. It says disconnect the headset now, and pretty much that just means take it out and turn it off. And you just heard the sound actually. Turn it off, and then you're gonna press X and turn it back on. And to make sure that these settings are whore. Yeah, you are whore. This headset is a whore. Plug it in, and as you can see, these settings are synced. As you can see, that little green thing. I don't know if it's gonna focus right, but as you know, that those are the settings that I put on there, and you can also check the descriptions for them and see. You know, it doesn't really tell you anything. Actually, it does. I didn't know that. So it tells you whatever, you know, what's going to be in these settings. So optimized for Bioshock Infinite base impact, allows you to feel the recoil of firing weapons such as the broadsider, yeah, and the blast wave of explosions occurring around you. The strength of the base impact pulls adjust so close-up attacks feel more intense than attacks are far away. In addition, you will hear the in-game character voice of Flambeau telling you the mode has been activated in your headset. As you know, it tells you, well, actually you don't know that yet because I haven't showed you the GTA 5 one because I took it off. So I'm going to let you hear what I mean. It'll announce. And the next one is Bioshock. So there you go. You hear whoever the voice actor is for you know, the selected preset, that's who will tell you the preset. So I will now show you one last thing and I will be back. Alright, so since there's no better way for me to explain to you the bass impact, since I can't put the headphones on your head, so the best I can do is put the headset around my my camera. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I have the Assassin's Creed soundtrack ahead of me right now, and I'm gonna put this camera in between the headphones, and I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna talk to you as it's going on, and I'm gonna play it once with just straight music, and if it's too loud, you know, I'm gonna adjust that. But I'm gonna play it with normal music, and then I'm gonna play it with bass impact, and hopefully it rumbles my camera enough for you to be able to actually notice the difference. So I'm gonna play back the same track so you can actually tell the difference rather than just playing straight through and, you know, obviously. Anyway, here we go. Okay, so you guys are now fit inside of my headphones. So I don't know how weird that's gonna look. It's probably gonna look pretty cool, maybe. So I'm gonna play the soundtrack now, and here we go. And that was without any bass boost at all. So that was with no bass impact at all. So I'm now going to turn the bass impact as high as I can, and hopefully this will give you an idea of what I mean by having to change the levels. I have the volume up so loud so that the levels will be not being blown over each other. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so that was those two. Once again, that probably That probably was pretty cool. Maybe, I don't know. It's probably going to turn out pretty horrible in post. But that's pretty much what I can explain to you for now. I'm going to probably make another video later once I get the proper materials together so that I can make another proper review. Maybe when I get the headphones back, if I get them back. If I don't get them back, I'm going to not use them anymore because it's kind of hard to use these as is right now with, you know, thick plastic like that. It's kind of scratching up against my head, so, you know, you're gonna have to deal with that. So pretty much, if you're expecting to get these headphones, this is a general idea of what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the cracks. You may not break. This is just something that happened. I don't know why it happened to me or why it happened so early, but it does happen very early, and as I will tell you, most people's happens before they even reach, you know, having these for 6 months. So that's to give you a general idea of a lifespan before the cracks begin. So once the cracks begin, anything can happen. A number of things can happen, and that's just one thing that happened to me. And the amount of people that actually theirs have snapped, it's funny because it actually is this side that is the one that's breaking. So it's not even a sense that this is a problem of mine. I'll put a couple of links in the bottom so you can see the people who also have the same issues. And I guess that's about it. I've shown you pretty much almost everything that I can explain to you. There's not much more to explain other than having different ways to configure this for different systems, so if you want to use them on different things. So if you want to use these on Xbox or something, or you want to use them on just different devices and you need to know how to set those up, I can give you a couple of tips on how to set these up on different things. Unfortunately, I will not be able to tell you how to get the microphone to work on an Xbox system because it's going to be a little bit harder than it needs to be, and it's pretty much not worth it. So that's about it. If you guys want to know anything else, let me know in the comments as usual. Don't bombard me. I will respond. It takes me some time. I have to deal with other videos. So pretty much that's about it. If you enjoyed this, let me know. You know, like and comment, and if you didn't enjoy it, let me know what I did wrong or what I should improve in the next video. I know I should definitely use my tripod a lot more, but mine's is broken, so I had to use this handheld. So that's about the best I could do, and if you need anything else, let me know, and that's about it. Peace.